We are live on ShaggyTV for the Southern Racing Association Super Late Model Series here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Warn some of those guys in the Discord, man, if you've heard me before. Maybe I don't sound too bad, but to me, I don't sound the best. Cold going through Chapman household. My wife had it first. She passed it to me, so we're going to try to nurse this voice through here with some cough drops and try to figure this thing out kind of as we go. I've talked to the guys a little bit. I'm going to tell you the truth, kind of on a whim. I know some guys, so we're on an organized practice area. I wasn't sure if they were waiting for me. I was kind of waiting on them. We're going to have to play around with sounds here a little bit. I don't do super late that often. Normally just play around with sprint cars, so the sound's going to be a lot different, but organized practice, so pay attention to the laps here as they come in. First guy out, Joel Phillips. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's going to be in that 7th machine. The 44 Sam Lawson, Etowah, Tennessee. Brandon Jones behind him in the 15, Texarkana. Got Bicky out here in the 07, Tyler Bickford. He's somebody who I'm kind of familiar with. Dylan Gibbs in the 6 machine. James Murphy, Ridgeway, South Carolina. Jeff Bowser, Balzer, I don't know. You let me know. The man out of Salado, Texas. The 730 machine. Let's take a little look at it. See, I'm going to say it's pronounced Bowser. I mean, look at that. Got Bowser on the race car. I mean, it looks like that it's going to stick right now. Hey, Collison, Olison, possibly, these guys here as we roll throughout the season. He is the quick man right now in the 13.65, top of the charts. Dickey in the 07 right behind him. Posted up here at the front stretch here as we kind of see some times click off. The track may speed up here for the second group. We'll have to see. Normally, it takes a couple laps here to get it in, then we start seeing some speed out of machines here, but notice, I guess I did get somebody here. The opening practice, 06 of Mason Newmiller. Another pretty good looking paint job here. We're gonna have a lot of nice looking paints. I think I'm gonna be pretty spoiled with this series. Lots of good hard racing, I expect. I don't know everyone, but man, through other leagues and stuff, probably know about close to 50% of these guys. And this should be a pretty good show. Now we'll have to see who pulls out on the racetrack here for room number 2. Let's click over. Okay, so it's these guys. All right, I'm gonna have to manually find what room they're in. It'll be a guessing game. This is a guy I know, call him Scrappy Doo out of Winchester, Virginia. Brady Carter, Daryl Bass, man, the fisherman right up the road here. Pitt, Louisiana, and the 90 machine. Turner. All right, Knuckles. That's what we're going to go with. Turner Knuckles here. The 001 machine out of Maryville, Tennessee. Trace Bentley in the 5 machine. Ooh, that's another, man. That's another good looking paint, man. Some of these guys flexing here on us tonight. We already talked about Daryl. We got Dalston Rutherford here. DR. We're going to call him the doctor, man. I was already a little afraid of Dalston. I'm not Dalston. So call him the doctor here. That's what's going to fit right in. We see him in a 6. Listed as the 25. We'll probably, this is changing stuff here as it rolls on. DP out here. D's Price in the 117. Sullivan, Alabama. Blackjack out here. John DeBias in the 21. Frankie Thompson just pulled off the racetrack. Junction City, Kentucky. Now we click over here. We assume these guys are in room 3. They are in room 3. Christopher P. Ryan here in the 13 machine. Calvin Crawley, the first guy out of the pits. one on that thing. We got him as the double deuce here. Kyle Davis and the Michael Jordan machine, all white out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Chase Copeland in the 110, a little bit back the road, man. That is a good one. Digging that Chase Copeland scheme. Christopher Moreland here in the 10 machine. Connor Baker in the 111. Shiny 111. We'll be able to see that no matter where that thing is. Ivan Godwin here in the 24 machine. Right behind him, Ryan Hodge in the 28. Chance Sizemore in the 29 when we find him. And I believe the other one we missed, Jason Wilson in the 97. If I skipped out on you here, my apologies. But you guys, if any of you have ever messed around with the broadcasting software, know what I'm doing with here. Once you guys put a lap, you're jumping way up the charts. These guys kind of did that. So 6th and 11th, Ryan Hodge, currently 6th. That's a pretty damn good time here, considering, track's starting to age. Keep an eye out on this guy here when we roll into qualifying, which will, like I mentioned here, it's a learning curve here, week 1, to say the least. But we're going to be doing 2 car at a time qualifying. They do it most series around the United States. Got to speed up qualifying, and we don't want to do. I shouldn't say we here. I'm just the broadcaster, but we want to add some realism to it. We don't want to have all the guys go out at once for one qualifying session, so we'll have to see in what order and how they do this. Now, when they advance to qualifying, I'll be able to tell. My software will tell me what guys out on the racetrack, but maybe a little bit of hopping in and out if they're not all in one room together. So we'll see what's going on here as we go, but that should wrap up, I'd imagine, their practice portion. I don't know if they're going to give them another set. Let's see. Do they get it around? That's something. Hey, these are the learning curves. When we get out here, we got the first group back out there. Well, now is when it's fun. We get to click on people, try to remember what groups they were in here when this group was on. It's not going to be helpful in no time. Right now, Hayden Colison still at the top of the charts here in that 327 machine. Let's show you their last times, what they're running right now. So Colison last time by was 13:89. Let's go back next time. See, he's falling down about 3/10 of a second. Not too bad. There definitely is some fall off. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we get ready to go into qualifying. The track's only going to get slower and slower and slower here. But oftentimes, especially with more power, it means for better racing. Guys have to feather that throttle a little bit, work their way through traffic, maybe catch lap traffic a little bit. Some guys are going to struggle more than others. It's definitely a chance to whip it to the inside here if you're Sam Lawson. 44 machine, Matt Julisay Speed Shop on that day. This group, they said, well, we're done here. We've had enough. Let's see if we found group 2. We may have. 21 here pulling out. We're going to have other guys joining them. I could have sworn that 21, yeah, that was in room 3. So let's keep looking. That's right, Scrappy was in this one. Braden Carter, he is the top man out of Group 2 right now. Currently, E8 is that 5 machine. Frankie Thompson rolling around in that blue and yellow. 116, he's currently 11th. He's Price. Last car in the top 10. John DeBias in that 21 machine. Harrison Bruns, 54. We should have about 2 laps left, I think, here in warm-ups before they're told to pull it in, and then we'll bring out Group 3 for their second round of hot laps. Here you go. You can kind of hear them choking the power down here. They're going to pull it in. I remember that. See, remember him for all the wrong reasons. Was supposed to have 21 on, 22 on this thing. Remember him lining up here. This will be Group 3 getting set, ready to go. These rooms are kind of predetermined by iRacing on the order that you join in the session. If you're out there watching, you didn't realize how this is going on. You know, the guys who joined in later will be in Room 3. So on, so forth. Earliest Room 1. You get the gist as the green flag waves on Session 3. Give them their second round of hot laps. And I talked a little bit about this guy being quick. Let's do a lap with him here. Say who? Well, Ryan Hodge out of Mooresville, North Carolina. He is that guy. E6 on the charts. Let's see how Ryan's getting down here around the Lucas Oil Speedway here in Wheaton, Missouri. Warning you there, when I go into those trackside cameras, the volume probably will pick up. I will probably talk less. That is, you know, that's my childhood NASCAR fan coming out when they used to have us crank it up. 2000s, early 2000s. What it was all about, man. Papa Chapman had just gotten those big, ridiculously heavy, not flat screen. Giant TVs that are sure as heck weren't flat screen. The size of a dang cabinet. Moving that thing around. Now we're going to hop back over to Room 1. I'm going to see if they get another set. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're all off the track currently. Let's keep hopping around here. Yeah, I don't think so. So we have some people sitting on pit road in this one. But it doesn't look like they're going back out. They maybe are going back out. Who knows if they're going back out? Somebody, if one of the drivers out there watching, you can, let me know, actually, if you're going back out. I try to take a look over at the chat every now and then. If you're doing it on Facebook, that normally doesn't pop up. On my Streamlabs, for some reason, it only likes popping up the YouTube comments. I try to keep an eye on that as much as I can. Can't tell, you know, that's 6. He's looking like he wants to get out there. Now he pulled it back in. Let's hop over to one more. Oop, everybody hanging out in pit road. So not too sure, you know, if this is maybe after Group 4 ends. Oh my gosh. Shame on me. Thank you for writing that, Carden. I didn't realize 2 drivers snuck in here and are all by themselves. 100 grand, Joseph Grandy here in this 518. He snuck in here. And Robert Tucker in the 31 snuck in here as well. So they were maybe, screwed a little bit on the broadcast, but $100 grand he'll understand. Now Rob on the other hand, can't speak for Mr. Tucker, but Grandy, he's gonna understand, and if he doesn't, well, get over it. $100 grand. I call a lot of your races, so you're gonna have to figure it out. Now this is another one here, so I'll be able to find people. But boy, oh boy, they're not all in the same room. So I am trying to see who is out on the racetrack right now. People sitting in the cars are kind of going to screw with this. Let's see. So I think I found it. Joel Phillips is the plan. And Carden, dude, you feel free, man. I know this is kind of your show, but dude, you can hop up in this broadcast booth at any time. Less. And kind of let us know if we hop over. But we got Joel Phillips out here taking lap number 1. We'll watch him for the first trip around. Then we'll hop over to the other man out on the racetrack. But right now, Joel Phillips, he was purple through sector 1, but that just got taken away from the man behind him. Joel Phillips, lap 1 in the books with a 14.45. As Dylan Gibbs comes around, he's the new quick man, 13.98. We watch Dylan roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, set to take the checkered flag. He's not going to improve the second time around, but doesn't need to. 13, top of the chart, or the 6 machine, excuse me, Dylan Gibbs, top of the charts as we take a look here. The 6 of Mason Newmiller. Coming out, flying down the backstretch as he rips through the middle of 3 and 4. He's set to take the green flag for lap number 1. Mason riding the bottom there through 1 and 2. Lots of moisture down there, but likes to top through 3 and 4. Let's see what the lap time likes as he goes across the timing stripe. Mason Newmiller was second, but got knocked down to 3rd by this man. He has a 14.28, but Braden Carter, scrappy-doo with a 14.10. Can he improve? No, going to stay P2. Braden Carter right now P2, but early draw in qualifying. That is, I think, what you want, man. The later the draw in qualifying, the more difficult it's going to be to put in that good lap. Is Brandon Jones, the man out of Texarkana. Wheels that 15 off of 4. He takes the green flag here, lap number 1. Another guy likes the bottom there through 1 and 2. Let's see what he does. He's going to run the middle there through 3 and 4. Let's see here. Lap number 1. He comes across the stripe. Brandon Jones with a P4 is Tyler Bickford. The man behind him, driver of the 07, parks at P3 with a 14.21. Can the California native get a little more here? Final time off of 4, Tyler Bickey. Going to stay P4 as Brandon Jones actually bests him there that final time around. Take a look here, who we got now. The Bassman here and Jeff Bowser. Watch the Bassman. Daryl Bass here, lap number 1. A little sideways on the entry to 1. We'll see if he can make up for it with a good exit off. Didn't look like it was anything to write home about. Gonna want an improvement here through 3 and 4. Comes across the stripe, Daryl Bass. P3 with a 14.13 as we hop on with Bowser. Can that 7 machine take over the castle here through 3 and 4? Bowser storming the finish line here. Green, green. You know what that means. He's a little quicker, and it moves him up to P3. Bowser overtakes the Bassman as we go on to your next 2 here. Sammy Lawson driving it off into 3. He's set to take the green flag. Lap number 1 underway here for the 1:44. Man out of Etowah, Tennessee here. Ripping the lip through 3 and 4. Can he find a little more? Looking for speed off the top. Sammy Lawson. Currently P4 as we ride along with the 65 of James Murphy. James Murphy P8 after lap number 1. Looking for a big improvement here. Final time around. 65 not going to find it. Going to stay P8. James Murphy. Going to really have to climb that hill here. Now. Okay, so future reference. When we go to the new rooms, just give me a little more time here, fellas. As we see who's out on the racetrack. Hayden Tollison just pulls off, and yeah, that stinks. That was a P2 lap. That's a good lap there for Tollison. I don't see anyone else pulling out on the track, though, to go out. There we go. Okay. So I just missed the other ones. But, yeah, next time, fellas, when we roll into that other visual room, I won't know right away which room we're in. So try to give me, like, an extra 15 seconds if you can. As Frankie Thompson takes the green flag here, lap number 1. Not a lot of space between these two either. That's not necessarily something you want to do in qualifying. I'm going to leave a little more of a gap than that as Thompson comes by. Lap number 1. They have clipped the wall there. Not going to get a lap. Dalston, the Dr. Rutherford, P7 here after lap 1. Let's see what Thompson does. He get a lap in. He does this time. P12. Man, oh man, not what you want to have happen. You touch that outside wall, possibly. You get the incident point. Lap not going to count, so who do we got pulling out of here? Who is supposed to be pulling out of here? Trace Bentley in the 5 machine and the 21 of John Tobias, and they're both going out at the same time, too. They'll iron it out. They'll iron it out as the green flag waves. Lap number 1 underway. The 5 of Trace Bentley. See what he can do with that orange and blue machine. Likes to top off the 2. Trying to carry as much speed as he can. We come to the line here. What's it going to look like for the 5 machine? Trace Bentley, 14 out of 14. And John Tobias right behind him in 15th. You see John Tobias gets a little loose there in 1 and 2. Not going to find the improvement he needs. See if Bentley can. Bentley crosses the line. He moves up to 10th. Tobias going to stay right where he was, P15. Getting a little loose there coming out of the corner, and now we watch Turner and Knuckles. One takes the green flag and drives it off into the top shelf there, 1 and 2. One of the first guys we've really seen let it eat. Up top, we'll have to see if it pays off here. Comes across the stripe. Turner looks at his lap time. He sees a P13. Going to want a little more. These prices, well, parking at P11, but he knows he's got more speed in that 117. Just needs to milk it out of there. Final time off of 4. Slower through sector 1, quicker through 2. Not going to find the time he needs in DP. Going to park at P11. 64 here of Jared Murphy pulling out on the backstretch. See what lap number 1 is going to look like as he crosses the stripe here. Lap 1 underway. Top shelf 1 and 2. Going to stay up there through 3 and 4. Really letting that thing eat, hanging it out. Did he dry the laundry up there? What's the lap time say? P12. As Chris Bruns comes across 18 out of 19 guys. Chris looking for a big improvement, slower through sector 1 on lap 2. Little quicker there through sector 2. Can he find some time? Gonna stay P18. Now we're gonna find, let's see, Cody Racine all alone here on this one, I believe. Only guy I see out there on the racetrack. So we're going to see both of Cody's laps here. Now, I thought so when I saw this name. Now, Cody, when you go back and watch this, man, you're not going to believe this, brother, but I'm from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I used to race at Trailways when I was a teenager. So I'm definitely familiar with that last name. And needless to say, my dad probably bought his street stock that he ran when I was a little kid off your grandfather. It was Jeff Racine, Joe Racine's dad, up there on the other side of Hanover. So the world is a small place. World is a really small place. Let's see who comes out here first. Group 3, it's going to be the 111 here. Connor Baker, and well, I got so distracted there storytelling. Cody Racine with a P18 here as the 111 comes across the stripe for lap number 1. Cody Racine working the bottom off the 2. Going to slide up, try to grab that cushion. Didn't go high enough there, and you can see he kind of drove into the slick there on the entry to 3. Lost the rear end a little bit. May not be the lap that Mr. Baker wants here. 20 out of 21 guys as Calvin Crawley takes that 21 machine, and boy, oh boy, he found some speed out here. Moves it on up to P4. Good lap there for, well, the 22. We see the 21 on the side. Not going to improve lap 2. Doesn't need to. P4 for the double deuce of Calvin Crawley. We watch Ivan Godwin, excuse me, take the 24 machine out. Man, it's a little time to play here, and you can see there in the comments, 327 of Hayden Tollison maybe had a qualifying boo-boo. He's going to get a penalty. Not going to stay P2, so I imagine everybody behind him. Move your butt on up the charts here as Ivan comes across 18th. What's Christopher Moreland look like? 24 out of 24. Moreland going to need some more speed here as he files down the backstretch. No, man, he got so close to that outside wall. I thought he was going to lose the lap. Doesn't matter. Still stays P24. Chris Moreland, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board here. Plenty of time to work on the race car. Maybe, dive down into some of the quick guys' pits there. Go mess around with that a little bit. Have some ideas. As we watch Chase Copeland take this 110 machine around. Chase Copeland, wherever the hell Farlam town is, I imagine 270 area code. As the 110 comes across the stripe, Chase Copeland, P13, not too bad out of what we've been seeing out of a lot of guys. Kyle Davis, the 23, is going to put it in 22nd. He needs a big improvement here. Final time off of 4, not going to find it there. Too slow through sector 1, and Kyle Davis only going to jump 2 spots. Up to 20th as we see Ryan Hodge pull the 28 off of the pit lane. He slings it through 3 and 4, takes the green flag. Lap number 1 underway here for the Longhorn chassis, number 28 of Ryan Hodge. Goes to that top shelf in 3 and 4, and man, we've really seen it widen up. Guys feeling more comfortable, just dipping right up to the outside, kind of hanging there, and you're seeing speed come out of it. Ryan Hodge, P7 on the list there, running high, wide, and handsome. Let's see what Jason Wilson's going to do. He's got a little bottom medicine. Let's see. He's quicker through 1 and 2. Can the bottom feeder find some speed? Going to jump up 2 more spots. P20. See Chance Sizemore and Christopher P. Ryan out on the racetrack. Let's see Chance Sizemore coming around first. The 29 machine sure as hell looks like an 8 on the side of that. Put a little black line there. We'll pretend, he blacked it out. We'll call that a 9 as the 28 rolls that Parker Store machine on the outside. Lap number 1 in the books, only 24th for Chance. He's going to want a little more here second time around as Christopher P. Ride right behind him in P25. What can the lucky number 13 do here? Got to roll the dice one more time. Can he find speed? Not gonna. Slower through both sectors. Right now, B-Ryan's going to be 25th. As we head in over the final qualifying lobby, or what should be the final qualifying lobby. This could be a little wild here. I believe this is lap 1. Oh, he jumps the cushion, so he's not going to catch him. I was worried those guys were spaced out a little too far. But no harm, no foul. The 31 going to have to do it over here. This lap is lap number 1. He's 28 out of 31 drivers. Rob Tucker looking for some more speed as the double nickel comes across the stripe. Elliot O'Neill, the 32nd driver to put in a time. And he's going to be 32nd. As Robert Tucker finds some speed on the final time around. Move him up to 13th. Bobby T with a good clutch lap time as Elliot O'Neill jumps up to 29th. We have 3 more drivers who don't have a time yet. First one going to go here, J.J. Crow. See a 21. We're going to call him the 34 here tonight. JJ rips it off the top out of 2. Going to drive it in deep there through 3. Looks like the car hooked up pretty good. What's the lap time going to say? JJ Crow, 28 here is 100 grand. Puts it 19th. Looking to 518 new Joseph Grandy out of Dwaynesburg, New York. What can he do? Final time off of 4. I'm seeing green. He's going to improve a little bit. Gonna go up to 13th. Joseph Grandy and J.J. Crow find some speed on their final laps. And the 09 of Julian Jordan. It's the only guy I'm seeing without a lap time in the book. So not too sure, if he's with us here. If maybe he dropped out, but we'll see what happens. I am gonna mute myself for about a minute or 2 here until they advance. Well, not really 2 minutes, but I'm going to grab a drink here until they figure out what's going on, kind of advance this, and then, hey, we'll have some heat racing coming up, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Alrighty, let's take a look. Starting grid here. Heat race number 1, Blackjack. John Tobias rounds out the field inside of row 5. Row 4 to the top shelf. The man out of Hanover in the 17, Cody Racine to the inside. The 23 of Kyle Davis. Row 3 to the outside. The 001 of Turner Nichols. Or Knuckles, excuse me. To the inside, the 110 of Chisco. Row 2 to the top shelf. The 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy to the inside. The 25 of the Doctor. Doused Rutherford. Row 1 for heat race number 1. Winner going to start on the pole for tonight's super late model feature. On the high side, the double deuce of Calvin Crawley to the inside, starting on the pole. The 6 of Dylan Gibbs. Man, I may have to take it a little easier here. Heat race number 2 entry. Got another league to go here tonight. A long NASCAR show. Way later after this one, man, but I would rather do one of these over that NASCAR stuff any day of the week. I mean, don't tell them I said that. I'll lie. Can you turn your mic up? Yes, I can. My apologies. See, that's the problem with these super lates. That's what you guys, I want you to yell at me about. I can always turn myself up. I'm worried I'm too loud sometimes. But I knew with this louder motor, it's got a little more power than I'm used to calling. I knew my camera sounds might be a little messed up. Yeah, man, comment that stuff. Let me know. I am not an a-hole. I want to give you guys a good experience. Even if that means, opening up the damn camera file and editing stuff while it rolls. I don't mind it, but we're about ready to We're going to go play, man. Heat race number 1 set to be underway as the green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We got 8 laps to play in the clay at the Lucas Oil Speedway. We're underway. Dylan Gibbs right away on the bottom, out to the lead there. That 33 machine. We've got him listed as the 6, and, well, the double deuce behind him sure looking like the 21. Calvin Crawley trying to get a run on that outside here. Not sure if he's going to be able to do it, though. Right now, Dylan looks really good on the bottom. Meanwhile, that 6 right behind, not a 6. 25. I will learn your guys' spades, but man, it's going to be a rough one. Lots of the same numbers here as we see the 110 and the 10 and the 518 mix it up. Joseph Grandy, he's got to rough him up. He's got to stay strong like a stone. He stood in the middle there. Wouldn't get roughed up. 100 grand moves on up to 3rd. Boy, oh boy, the wars are raging here behind. And I'd imagine top 4 straight to the show here, but we'll double check in the info after this. You see the battles all over the racetrack here. The 23 trying to look to the outside of Cody Racine. Cody pushes up a little bit there. Compromises corner entry to 1, but still does a good job, and now needs to fight him off here through 3. Man, right, we are battling the 23 in the outside wall now. Cody going to easily hold on to that one. Here is Doustin the Doctor on the inside, but boy, oh boy, the Doctor going to need to try something new here, down 2 spots as we are running out of time. White flag wave. All right, I'm turning it up the whole way. Now I've got me in the red here, so you yell at me if this is too loud. As we come off of 4 final time, checkered flag waves. Dylan Gibbs wins heat race number 1, followed by Kelvin Crawley, Joseph Grandy, Chase Copeland, Dawson Rutherford, Turner Knuckles, Cody Racine, Kyle Davis, and John Tobias. See, now you're going to have me self-conscious, though, man. I got my broadcast software banging in the red, so I feel like it's going to be way too loud now, but all right, you let me know. You let me know. I'm relying on it. As we take a look, starting grid, heat race number 2, 9 guys once again. Christopher Moreland rounds out the field inside of row 5, row 4 to the outside, the 54 of Chris Bruns to the inside, the 7 of Joel Phillips. Row 3 to the outside, the 116 of Frankie Thompson to the inside, the 64 of Jared Murphy. Row 2 to the outside, the 31 of Robert Tucker to the inside, the 15 of Brandon Jones. Row 1 for heat race number 2. Winner starts on the outside of the front row for tonight's feature to the top shelf, the 730 of Bowser. JBJ Jeff Bowser Jr. to the inside, starting on the pole. Well, actually, I think he's going to get that penalty. But the 327 of Hayden Tolleson, and, well, 100 grand. See, he always comes through, man. Look at that. Top 2. Thanks, 100 grand. Appreciate it, brother. There you see that 327 is going to pull to the inside here. So he'll have to start at the tail end. Don't panic about that overlay. I am not a code guy. I have no idea why it does it. But I do know how to fix it. And that is that's what we're worried about here. Roll through 3 and 4 one more time before we're set to drop that hammer. It's Brandon Jones now. You know, we're moving up rows, so Brandon really benefits this. It's Bowser blinking a little bit on the outside. That's not what you want to see as you're getting ready to go play here. 8 laps, Wheatland, Missouri. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. We've got 8 laps to play in the clay at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Heat race number 2 is underway. Brandon Jones with a good jumper right away. Bowser washes up the racetrack there in that 7 machine. He's on the top shelf. Almost 4 wide, but 3 wide. Now back to 4 wide, 2 wide. They are all around. Here's Frankie Thompson in the 116. Going to move that thing up into fifth. You want to get in the top two, 100 grand set if you want to make this show. As you see the 64, he's going to rough up a little bit there. I believe that was the 7 of Joel Phillips. Moved him up out of the way there. Joel knows it's go time. He's up into P3. Now Joel Phillips. What can he do? Does he have enough time? The answer is yes. 5 to play. But Robert Tucker trying to drive away, and he's doing it. The tire tracks of this man, Brandon Jones, who has just been out front the whole time on an absolute tear here. Heat race number 2, but the caution flag waves. Chris Bruns in the 54. Going to go around, and we'll see if we can't find a replay here. So right now you see 3 wide in front of them. We'll see. They settle down there. They go back to 2. Do we have guys maybe checking up? The 54 drives in a little deep. Yeah, there's a car high there. The 7's there. 54 just kind of drives in a little too hard, but locks him up there. Spins himself out instead of that other driver in. That's what you want to see happen. You don't want to. You're going to make a mistake. You hoping that you're the one who pays for it, not that guy around you. It might come back to you later in the race. So have to see what happens. Is not going back just yet here, but the light should go off this time. Bye. You know what? Lap number 1 here. We do go back racing. I'm going to be quiet. We'll be right at the halfway point. We'll have 4 laps to go. I'm going to go trackside here. These track cameras here for a lap. Let's watch it. Going to drop that hammer. Watch him roll down the hill. We're back underway. It's time to play. Battle on for second as you see Joel Phillips try to work under Rob Tucker. Rob Tucker got into that backstretch wall, but got a good run then off of 3 and 4 to fight him off. And now all of a sudden, Tucker, man, he's trying to reel in the leader there in the 15, and we got a battle for third. We're trading paint there coming off of 4. Oh, boy, Frankie Thompson. Now he's going to get muscled up out of the way. Slide job for the lead. But Jones says, I'm going to cut a rug, dive right back under. And with the white flag in the air, 1 to play, he's still your leader. Top 2 going to make the show. Got to play nice here as we roll off a 2 for the final time. Into 3. The 15 going to protect the bottom here. Not leave anything open for the slide job. Checkered flag waves. And Brandon Jones and Robert Tucker punch their ticket. Phillips 3rd, Thompson 4th, Tolleson 5th after the penalty. Murphy 6th, Bowser 7th, Moreland 8th, and Chris Bruns rounds out the field. See here, it should be live. I guess it just, it didn't like him not finishing the heat race. Chris pulled off a couple laps early. Sometimes iRacing will be a little upset. Want you to come back out and cross the line, but always get it figured out. Take a look here. Starting lineup, heat race number 3. JJ Julian Jordan rounds out the field in the 09 inside of row 5, row 4 to the outside. The double nickel of Elliott O'Neill to the inside, the 29 of Chance Sizemore. Row 3 to the outside, the 97 of Jason Wilson to the inside, the 65 of James Murphy. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 34 of J.J. Crow to the inside, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford. Row 1 for heat race number 3 to the top shelf, the 44 of Sammy Lawson. To the inside, starting on the pole, the 28 of Ryan Hodge. Go ahead, reset these overlays here for you. Not sure why it likes to pull up the last heat races information. You know, if any of you guys, I mean this with all due respect, you know, if you're a tech geek, you know how to fix that. You feel free. You say, hey, Shaggy, I know what to do, man. Throw me a couple little cash. I'll fix it for you even. As we get ready to go play, we're going to head down that backstretch one final time. We're going to sit here and wait. We're going to watch that green flag wave in the wind, and we've got 8 laps to get 2 more guys locked into the show. As the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Hodge slides up there, grabs the cushion off of 2, and now he's going to try to drop the sails in the wind, but they're almost 3 wide. It's on behind him, Bicky on the bottom. The 44 there of Sammy Lawson trying to work that light blue, maybe teal. I don't know what we're calling it, but it looks good. That 44 would like it a lot more if it was up front, but he's going to have to find a way around Hodge. He's going to have to fight off Bicky here as James Murphy now. Welcome the 65 to the party. Murphy ripping the outside here on the entry to 3, trying to get a run here, but he's so close to the back of the 44. Got to cut under. Slide job. Can he get 2 of them here? He's going to sure as hell try. Parks it up on the nose of Lawson. Now Lawson says, you wanted a slider? I'll give you one back here, but the 65 ready for it. Murphy on up the P2. Look at James strutting the stuff here early. And now he's going to leave those 2 behind him to battle for 3rd. Is Bicky working the inside? Lawson up top, a little damage now on that left front. Is it going to affect the handling of the race car? Who knows? But we're running out of time here as Ryan Hodge rolls the top off of 4. We got 2 sticks in the air, 2 to play. Oh, Lawson gets a slide job from Bicky. Crosses back under. Going to slide back up in front. Can Bicky get back underneath here? As the white flag waves, 1 to play. Bicky going to throw it in here. Battle still on for 3rd. But it's the final time through 3 and 4 for your leader, Ryan Hodge. Reach up there and grab it. He's in the feature. He wins heat race number 3. Followed by James Murphy, Sam Lawson, Tyler Bickford, J.J. Crow, Chance Sizemore, Jason Wilson, Julian Jordan, and Elliot O'Neill never made the call. And now, here's where we, get out of the iRacing realism. Okay, all right, 1 more heat race. I was worried there were only 3, but I don't know how to do math. So we do have 4 heat races because 4 times 9 is 36. And that's pretty good. I think we had 35 drivers, so that would make sense why there's 8 in this one. And I panicked. I wanted to see how many were coming out of the B mains. I see Cardin's doing the top 6 redraw for the warm-up. Dude, I'm your guy, man. I'll do whatever you want me to do. This is your show. I am trying to give you the show you want, but I don't care personally. Drivers curse and stuff. You want kids? You should let them know not to curse when I'm in there. But let's do the rundown here real quick. We'll do it old school. Connor Baker to the outside of row 4 to the inside. Christopher P. Ryan. Row 3 to the top shelf. Mason Newmiller to the inside. To the outside. Ivan Gordon. They rotated on me. DP to the top shelf in the 117 of row 2 to the inside. Trace Bentley. Row 1 for heat race number 4 to the top shelf, the 90 of the Bassman, Darrell Bass. And Scrappy Doo, Braden Carter, going to take us off here on the pole as we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. Green flag set the wave. We are underway at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Braden Carter storms out to the early lead here. Front 4, almost 5. We're in line till DP. He's trying to get a little bite of the apple here. Trying to go under. Mason Newmiller in the 06. Can't find the grip. Tries once again, but man, you just tighten up so much coming off the corner. You need to float up to that outside wall. But now, oh, man, Connor Baker, he's way back there. That's Mason Newmiller. He was maybe looking for the caution, didn't get it. Turns it sideways, toes it. We're running out of time. 5 laps to play. Almost halfway. Battle on for third here as Trace Bentley tries to hold off the 117 of Dee's Price. Here we go. Ripping that top star. I was reading Carden's message. Yeah, man, I'll interview whoever you want me to do. You tell me what you want me to do, man. It's Braden Carter. 3 laps to go here. This is the Scrappy Doo show. Not really feeling anything from behind. Daryl Bass, you could say the same thing. Comfortably in P2. This is that battle that we've been really watching. All heat race, man, for third. It was for fourth before Mason Newmiller got in the outside wall, but DP has just been working, trying to find a way for that 117 to work around, but he's almost out of time. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go, and Scrappy Doo looking to win heat race number 4 as he rolls into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag waves, Scrappy Doo gonna bring it home here in heat race number 4, followed by Daryl Bass, Trace Bentley, Dee's Price, Christopher P. Ryan, Ivan Goodwin, Connor Baker, and Mason Newman. Okay, so top 6 out of the B mains as well. You guys are reading what I'm reading. So we should be sending 7. Oh, top 6. Yeah, 7. Okay. All right. See, yeah, hey. If anyone understands, it's Racine. Okay, so we got that Central Pennsylvania math education. So, we're going to figure this out. Oh, and Grandy's PC froze. That's no good. We'll take a look at the starting grid. For the B main, top 6 to the show, Joseph Grandy, you'll see, he's not going to make it apparently, but Blackjack, John Tobias rounds out the field inside of row 7, row 6 to the outside, JJ, Julian, Jordan in the 09, to the inside, the 23 of Kyle Davis. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 97 of Jason Wilson, to the inside, the 17 of Cody Racine. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 29 of Chance Sizemore, to the inside, the 001 of Turner Nichols. Row 3 to the outside, the 34 of J.J. Crow. To the inside, the Doctor, the 25, Dalston Rutherford. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford. To the inside, the 110 of Chase Copeland. Row 1 for your first B main. Remember, top 6 to the show. To the top shelf, the 44 of Sammy Lawson. And well, $100,000 Joseph Grandy was supposed to line up on the pole, but you saw there PC froze. That's going to happen in the sim world. And $100,000 not going to make feature number 1 here. So that's a tough break for the 518. He's going to have to watch all his friends have a good time here. As we roll down the backstretch for the final time, we'll get set to drop the hammer. 11 guys on the grid, taking 6, going to send home 5. You don't want it to be your number in the bottom 5. Going to have to go get it done as the green flag waves were underway. We've got, it says 6. Man, I wonder if that's going to change here and we'll have 8. And it just did a little mess up on me there, that software. That is a short B main, man. That is not a lot of time. And the 44 of Sam Lawson just made a mistake that may make that a little more difficult here. This software telling me 5 to go. That is a short B main. You've got to go as we watch the battle for the final transfer spot. Chance Sizemore currently in 6th. There we go. Now it's updating back to the 8 laps. I was worried about that for a quick minute. I was like, no way. But hey, you know, sometimes we hopefully the computer doesn't freeze, but we have errors as well. And right now, Cody Racine, man, up 4 spots, has raced his way in as we've got our first caution of the B main. I believe it's going to be the 21 of John DeBias. We'll have to see here. He's going to get into this inside tire. I can already see it. Just cranked it down way too early. That's enough that iRacing doesn't like it. Going to bring out the caution. We'll have to re-rack them and re-stack them here. At the end of this first B main, I hope you guys can't tell, but boy, can I tell. I am sprinting over to the cabinet. Got this cough drop in, or I am. You won't be able to even hear me at the end of this A main. The lights should go off. We'll pay attention. All right, so the cheater car here is that ambulance. Once the lights go off, there we go. See the lights go off on the ambulance at the top of 4. It means we're 1 to go. We're going to pull out that green flag. Get ready to go play here. And well, Chase Copeland set to bring us to the green flag. If you're in the top 3, man, you got to play nice. Top 6 making it in the show. You know, the guys behind, they might feel a little more pressure. Want to get a little closer to the front. But boy, we'll see if they do play nice as we're back underway. 4 laps to play at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Ooh, I don't know about playing nice here. They're getting aggressive here. Cody Racine, one of those guys in the spots where I said, man, you maybe got to go for it. He moves up from 5th to 4th, now back to 5th at the line. But Cody trying to drive it in there in that 17 machine. Work in the middle here is the 44 in front of him. Sammy Lawson tries to build up ahead of steam, and now maybe he's thinking about going at the doctor right there in front of him. Dalton Rutherford. Rutherford running that middle line, not getting a big run off the corner like the 44. We'll have to see if Lawson maybe thinks about throwing a slide job. As Lawson to the outside, the doctor going to stay on the inside. He knows he's in the show. Got to race smart. With the checkered flag about to wave, we've got our top 6 here. Chase Copeland, Tyler Bickford, Sam Lawson, Dalston Rutherford, Cody Racine, and J.J. Crow, Chance Sizemore, Jason Wilson, Kyle Davis, Julian Jordan, John DeBias, Joseph Grandy, and Turner Knuckles. Well, you know the old saying, better luck next week. Can't always go your way, and we'll see if we can't get him in the feature here next week, as I'm going to mute myself really quick, clear this throat. All right, starting grid heat race number 2, row 7 to the outside, the 55 of Elliot O'Neill to the inside, the 54 of Chris Bruns. Row 6 to the outside, the 06 of Mason Newmiller to the inside, the 10 of Christopher Moreland. Row 5 to the outside, the 111 of Connor Baker to the inside, Bowser in the 730 machine, Jeff Bowser Jr. Row 4 to the outside, the 24 of Ivan Godwin to the inside, the 64 of Jared Murphy. Row 3 to the outside, the 13 of Christopher P. Ryan to the inside, the 327 of Hayden Collison. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 117 of DPD's Price to the inside, the 116 of Frankie Thompson. Row 1 to the outside, the 5 of Trace Bentley, and starting on the pole, the 7 of Joel Phillips. Remember, 6 guys. You're going to make the call here to the feature. You don't want to be in that bottom 7. We've got 13 guys in this one. Going to to be that much more difficult to make the race here as the green flag's high. It's set to fly. We've got 8 laps to play in the clay at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Your second and final B-main's underway, and they are mixing it up right away. Almost 3 wide. DP tries to get in the middle there in the 117. He bounces off that 24, I believe. No, the 5 of Trace Bentley. That orange and blue machine. And right now, you're looking at Jared Murphy in the 64. He is that final man in. Ooh, Bowser trying to work the bottom here as he gets under Christopher Pirine, who jumped the cushion through 3 and 4. Pirine gonna have to go be perfect here all but, man. Needs 2 more spots. Only 5 laps to go this time by. And Bowser, man, he can see them all right there at the edge of his castle, but he needs to kick them on out of here. Needs 1 more if he wants to make the feature. And right now he may need 2. Is the 13 of Pirine working the bottom. Hayden Tollison easily leading the way here, but that's not the story. We go back to 6th. This is that battle for the final transfer spot. 5th and 6th beside each other, side by side, trying to fight. Oh boy, Bentley thought about throwing it in deep there, made the 64 wash up the hill. Murphy held on, but they both lost a lot of time. And now Bowser looking on the bottom here. 2 laps to go. We got a battle for the final transfer spot once again. Bentley trying to hold on to that 6th and final transfer spot as we roll through 3 and 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. All eyes on the final transfer spot here. Bentley working to the inside. Trying to move on up to 5th here. Final time through 3 and 4. Tollison, Thompson, Price, Phillips, Bentley, and Murphy gets the final transfer spot. Pirine, Bowser, Godwin, Bruns, Newmiller, Baker, Moreland, and O'Neill. Better luck next week. And I never went and got that cough drop. I am really struggling now. I am grabbing it. And then they can pull me to whatever Discord they want. I'm going to mute myself here real quick for the beginning of warm-ups. Stick around, see what happens with that redraw. I'm going to have to mute my sounds here just for a second while I do some digging. You'll thank me for muting the sounds later. At least the drivers will. Quite the interesting conversation. We're figuring out what's going on here, but we'll let you know as soon as I know. All right, Daryl, this is the real deal now, man. I brought you in here. We're back live. I got the sounds up, so it sounds like you got the shitty draw, man. I'll just say it how it is. Lining up eighth here, but how do we like it coming in the feature, man? You think the track's going to be racy?
You know, I I kind of like the redraw, but then again, if I'm the number 8 car, I think we ought to just start how we qualify in the heats. But it is what it is. We got 2 of our guys in the redraw, and I think 4 of our cars made it total, or 5. So we're doing pretty decent.
Yeah, man. It seemed like the track there at the end starting to widen up. I mean, the cushion tricky, especially through 3 and 4. I saw guys jumping it in the heat races, but do you think we're gonna have 2 lines here come feature time, or is it gonna be a little bit of follow the leader right away?
It may be a little racier at the beginning, but I have a feeling the tendency is gonna lean to one line, guys having to throw sliders and things like that. But me and the guys at the shop, we don't really set our cars up to follow. We're going to try something and use this as a good test and see if we can make a second line.
Well, hey, man, we're running out of time. I'll send you up there. Good luck in the feature, brother.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Now, okay, let's see. Did I do this right, Calvin? Or did you draw seventh here? Right now, you're muted, so you'll have to unmute yourself. But I think you being in the waiting room next, we should be P7. He's still got that mute on, so that's why I'm still talking. There he goes, Calvin. Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Well, P7 not going to be the easiest start, man. But inside of row 4, what can you do?
Oh, we're just gonna give it all she's got. I don't really know what to do. I ain't really much of a setup guy, so I ain't got much to throw at it. We're just gonna send it.
Hey, man. Well, go where they ain't. Good luck. We'll be rooting for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Calvin Crawley lining up 7th. Now we have the man, if the math's correct, Ryan Hodge should be lining up 6th. Ryan, outside of row 3, how do we like it?
It's not the best by no means, but I mean it's better than being in the back. So I just got to keep my nose clean the first probably 25 laps. I'm going to try to be aggressive, get up front as soon as I can, just to try to get myself on my own pace, just to pace myself and get some good laps going and try to drive away.
Was that pace up top, or is that on the bottom? Do we want to get up top, or do we like the bottom?
I'm just going to see where majority runs. If majority's on top, I'm going to try to stick bottom just to keep my nose clean, because I mean, one person messes up on the top here, it bottles the whole field up. So wherever nobody's at really is where I'm going to try to aim for. Hopefully it's not split middle and bottom or whatever, just to give it some room for passing.
Well, hey man, good luck tonight. We'll be rooting for you, Ryan.
Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy.
Dylan Gibbs now, P5, man, inside of row 3. How we feeling, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, you're lining up inside of row 3. You got some dogs in front of you. Can we get up there and get on the podium tonight?
I hope I don't. I've never ran this setup, so we'll see what it has. I might go forward or I'm going to go backwards.
Well, hey, man, we'll be rooting for you. Give him hell, Dylan.
Right on.
Now we got James Murphy coming up here. I'm trying to do this quick. I know you guys are getting ready to go. James, lining up outside of row 2, man. You liking it?
Yeah, I mean, hit the EV, Josh, so that's all you can ask for.
All right, man. Well, hey, go up there and let it sling, man. Go let that thing eat. Go get on the podium, brother.
We'll do it. Thank you.
James Murphy. Now we're bringing up Scrappy Doo here real quick, man. I know you're getting ready to go. You got anything for him tonight, Scrappy?
Man, I don't know. P3, it's a good redraw to 8. We'll see what happens. Just gotta thank my team and everything. Carden, see what happens. 50 laps. Got a little confidence. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'll let you go, man. I know you got to grit up. Give him hell, Scrappy.
Thank you.
Braden Carter lining up, and now we've got. Okay, Rob. I know somebody couldn't get in the Discord, so where are we lining up? Did we get first or second here?
P2, I think.
Well, hey, man. Arguably, maybe the pole. I mean, do you want to be on the outside? Are you liking your chances here? 50 laps, man.
There's some guys in here that are a bit better than me, but I'm just here to have something to do on a Sunday evening. I feel like I got a pretty good shot if I'll stay clean, keep my nose clean.
Well, hey, man, I'll kick you out of here. I know you got to grit up here. Go give them hell, Robert.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Robert Tucker lining up P2. You heard the top 6, so I won't be able to give that to you on my Discord with the grid. But we'll give you the rest. Rounding out the field to 21 of Blackjack, John Tobias. There's 26 guys. Turner Knuckles rounds out the field. Joseph Grandy to the inside here. And they actually did punch their way in. Not too sure what's going on with this, but look at that. Blackjack to the outside of row 12 to the inside. JJ, Julian Jordan, row 11. Kyle Davis to the outside. Chance Sizemore to the inside. 64 of Jared Murphy to the top shelf of row 10 to the inside. The 34 of JJ Crow. And I'm going to be honest with you here. Unless they extend this, you can kind of see them all lining up. Getting the parade lap in a few, so they may still give me time. We'll bring it back up. But we're going to cheat. I'm sorry if you're not in that top 10, but I want to get these guys. They deserve it here. 10th to the top shelf of row 5, Hayden Tollison to the inside. The 110 of Chase Copeland, row 4 to the outside. Daryl Bash, James Murphy, and you know the deal there with the top 6. Kind of have an idea here. And well, now the green flag's waving. They're going to bring out caution flag here, I'd assume, to reline these guys up, get everything set up. But we'll start those warm-up interviews now that we know we're earlier. We can make it a 15-minute warm-up session. We don't kind of doom those guys out of it. And I think some guys Sam Lawson, Robert Tucker, they're maybe missed the grid, because of interviews. So it's good that they're letting all these guys out there. Really, really weird, though, the software's doing. So not Not too sure, you know, maybe some guys, well, let's see. Let's do the math. 6 and 6, that's 12. We got 8 guys. No, so that should only be 20. Not definitely only 20 guys. Do the math there. Not too sure, though, why our software is listing 21 through 26. So don't pay attention to that. There's nothing I can do to get rid of that. My apologies. So we're just going to have to pretend it's not there. Let's see. Still lining up. Not exactly ready to go just yet. Without the pace car, though, this is kind of, don't know when we're going back racing. I think we're trying to get people back on the correct laps. So, like, according to my software, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I think that's why they had the 15 kind of drive back around. Maybe had them lap down. There we go. Everything's getting right in the virtual world. Just a couple technical problems. But we should do the dance here this time by, I would think. As we've got 20 of the best super late models on the iRacing server ready to go wheel to wheel as we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. The green flag set the wave. We're underway. We've got 50 laps to play. Oh, getting muscled up the racetrack there right away. I believe that's the 65 of James Murphy. Getting muscled up the hill. Now he gets in the outside wall through 3 and 4. He's on the outside 3 wide. Going to lose 6 spots. 1 lap there. Tough lap there for the 65. As the caution flag flies, lap number 1. Cody Racine finds himself turned around in the 17 machine. And this was I think Cody maybe spun a little earlier. Caution came out late. Here for the driver out of, I assume, you know, that could be a different Hanover, but I assume when I see that last name out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Man has Lincoln Speedway right in his backyard. You can see he got into that inside tire. And the car won't turn. You can see him trying to hike that thing up there, man. But it won't turn. Caution flag flies a little late. Have to see if Cody got it in time to stay on the lead lap, as I think most, we'll see here. Wouldn't think the caution laps are counting, but it's really hard for me to tell until they actually get some in. Well, no, there we go. The software just reset, went back to lap 6. So caution lap's not going to count if it came out in time. Might be just okay. Looks like to me he is on the lead lap with the rest of the guys. As we roll through 1 and 2 for what I will believe be the final time. Pace truck is off. We should be back and ready here to do the dance at the Lucas Oil Speedway, Wheatland, Missouri. Drop the hammer. We're back underway. Lap 7 is in the books. Leaders rubbing. What do they say? Rubbin's racing here is Braden Carter trying to pinch him down, get that momentum off that top shelf. And here comes Scrappy Doo doing just that. Being scrappy on the top shelf. New leader at the line. Give it to the 005, Scrappy Doo. As Brandon Jones has that 15 right behind him, right in the tire tracks, trying to will Scrappy on by. He wants a little piece of the outside here for second, as we're 4 wide here. Almost 3 wide. Look at the double deuce. You're seeing the 21, but it's the double deuce of Calvin Crawley. He gets into the 327. They're 3 wide. He watches up the racetrack. He goes around. 360. Caution flag flies. You saw it happen live. I mean, you don't race 4 wide at the Lucas Oil Speedway and expect nothing to come out of it. You can see there they are. I mean, we are 5 wide there for a little bit as that guy jumps the cushion. The 327 comes back down, just not enough room. The 21 that washes up after he gets bounced off. That 111, I believe, on the bottom. And man, tough break here for the 22 of Calvin Crawley, who has showed speed here tonight. Just unfortunate. There we go. Yeah, see, we got the Scrappy Doo chance going out there. I'm telling you, I don't know. Man, I hate doing this. But I really do think I'm maybe the one who came up with that nickname. He knows I go by Shaggy. I used to, before my broadcasting days, I would run a lot of Mystery Machine style paint schemes that I would paint up. And that's kind of where the nickname came from. And I think when he heard that, man, he put Scrappy Doo on the car one night when I was broadcasting for Joe Halter over there at Friday Night Lights. Man, that nickname just stuck. Took off. Sorry there. I thought I muted that in time, trying to clear all this out of my throat. Give you guys the best show we can as we're back underway. Lap 10 in the books here. We're a 5th through, and Scrappy Doo leads the way as Ryan Hodge and Brandon Jones duke it out. We got a battle on for 4th here. We got the 110 of Chase Copeland doing a little 2-for-1 special here. He found the discount through 4. He gets to the outside, washes up. Now he's got the 6 of Dylan Gibbs. Oh, Gibbs going to get muscled up out of the way. The 33 not going to get the caution maybe he wanted, but Gibbs gets roughed up out of the way. And the race continues as Scrappy Doo tries to get out of the grasp here of the 28 of Ryan Hodge. But Hodge won't let him go anywhere, man. He is right there. One mistake by the kid, and he is going to pounce as they are beating and banging back here in the back. Let's find the hard charger, man. Jared Murphy started 20th. Yeah, say, where's he at? He's up to 9th, up 11 spots in the 64 machine. He's doing it on the bottom, man. Nobody wants to do it on the bottom. That's where it gets dirty down there. You got to will your way through, and that's exactly what he's doing. Showing some speed there in that 64 as we got a battle for 4th. Darrell Bass on the top side. Frankie Thompson on the bottom. Can Frankie maybe slide that thing up in front of the Bass man? Not able to through 1 and 2. The Bass man ripping the outside here, trying to grab that lip, but just can't find it through the center of 4. And this is where the bottom's good for Thompson. Frankie really good off that exit of 4. And here comes the 327 of Hayden Tollison. Tollison, I mean, he damned himself. Went out there too early in qualifying, broke the rules, got the penalty, had to start in the back, races his way through the B main, and now he's raced his way up inside the top 4. Hayden, oh, he shut the door here, but he gets roughed up. Frankie back to the inside. He going to muscle that man up the racetrack. Frankie Thompson going to try to drive it in there, stick it on the inside. Meanwhile, the 327 of Tollison just letting that thing eat up top, trying to find the cookies. Battle for the lead. Ryan Hodge gets to the outside of Scrappy. We got a new leader. The 28 jumps the cushion now through 3 and 4. Scrappy coming back with his fork here. Can he get to the inside? Tries to throw the slide job. Can't do it. And Ryan Hodge leads the way as the caution flag flies for the 3rd time here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Boy, oh boy. The throat may be gone. Here, if we get another big one like that, you can see we caught the tail end of this. This happens a little earlier. This is Dylan Gibbs here. Just gooses it up, goes around. No caution flag flew. Drives it up there. When does the caution flag come out here? So the caution flag comes out when he's already on pit road. So, oh, okay. See, cars sliding around. Was that Trace Bentley involved in that? Let's see. I think it was. Let's find it. Oh, yeah, they were already stacked up. That 78 had went around. Bentley slammed into the side of him. Oh, boy, that's the third caution there of the night. Not going to get a much better view than that as we're getting ready to go back racing. As we go down the backstretch here for the final time, we're almost set to play here. Inching closer to the halfway point. Ryan Hodge drops the hammer. We're back underway. Good restart for the 28. And they're using every bit of this racing surface all over the place. I mean, you see guys cutting, dodging, dipping, ducking, diving, dodging. I mean, this is crazy out here. We're not even at the halfway point. Track is only going to get slicker here. Guys are going to have to make sure they save some grip, save a little bit there on that right rear tire so they can let it eat at the end. Is Aiden Tollison back on the mission here, working on the inside as we get a little bit of the internet wonders, a little bit of lag there. It comes back to us. The 327 of Tollison trying to get around the 110, but Copeland not giving up here, man. Swinging it on the outside, jumps the cushion. Tollison now pulls even, may have it here going into the corner. Slide job. Copeland cutting back underneath. Can he get back up in front of the 327? He does. That was a good run there for the 110, but Tollison not going away, has it at the line, and man, he breathed some life into that 327, but he didn't go up there and shut the door. Oh, Chase Copeland letting that thing eat upstairs. And boy, oh boy, we are back here beating and banging. DP on the bottom. D's Price trying to work his way around the doctor, up top on the outside, 3 wide. There's a little contact there. They go around. Caution flag gonna fly. I believe Dylan Gibbs, and he is a lap down. Now, I'm just going to call it how it is. I don't know if there was any maybe bumping before what it is, but, if they don't like it, they don't like it. I'm kind of known for this, man. Kind of sucks when you see a lap car pull this kind of shit. I'll just say it. I mean, these guys are trying to race. You're a lap down. No lucky dogs in dirt. You're not going to get your lap back. And, I know you want to race hard, but kind of not giving those guys any room there to get it done. And that's not what you want to have happen to you. When you're up there, on the lead lap trying to race, and that's the kind of stuff that you don't forget people around you who pulled shit like that. So that's just kind of, you'll watch for that. And that'll be something we definitely need to keep an eye out on in the weeks to come because, man, I'll tell you, you get dumped by a lap car. Whether you're racing for 15th or 2nd, you're going to be pissed about it. So, have to see what the medicine is for that in the coming weeks. As Ryan Hodge gets set to drop the hammer one more time, there will be blackjack on the clock, 21 to play as we're back underway for the 5th restart of the evening. Scrappy trying to get up there in front of Tollison. He needs to. If you let Hayden rip that outside, get that fender on you, man, he is going to make you pay for it. Hayden raced his way up onto that final spot of the podium, but he loves some more. The 327. He has got the pace. But does he have the racecraft? Does he have the time? Can he work around Scrappy Doo? I mean, the speed is there, but you're just going to have to find it. When the guy in front of you is running that line you want to run, not going to be easy to figure it out here. So we'll have to see 19 laps to play. Plenty of time here as Frankie Thompson tries to work that thing down to the bottom. Is right above him. Jared Murphy is that hard charger, man. Up to 6th. Now 5th as he's trying to get one more. What can he do here? Jared Murphy, man, he has got that a rocket under that hood of that 64 machine. He needs to get to the outside here. Is my apologies, you're going to hear Discord beep. People send messages because I needed to be able to read the people's names when I pulled them up for interviews and never put it back on streamer mode as we've got 16 laps to go. Scrappy Doo reeling back in your leader here. Ryan Hodge, we'll have to see. Did he leave enough meat on the bone? Does he have enough grip left in those tires to make a move on the driver of the 28? Or is it all for naught here as we're 15 laps to go? DP working the bottom here, trying to get under Frankie Thompson in the 116. Thompson mumbles up the racetrack a little bit there. That gives it to DP at the line. 117 not looking for a slide job, likes the grip on the bottom. Gonna stay down there. DP trying to find a way around that 116 as Chase Copeland looks underneath Bicky here as Bicky too quick on that outside. Copeland now trying to reverse the rolls, but he can't get that fender to the outside. Not enough drive to drive it in deep. And man, oh man, Scrappy Doo just foaming at the mouth here as we're running out of time. We clicked the wrong damn camera. That's the right camera. I'm going to ride on board here with Scrappy. See if he can't maybe try to make a move underneath that 28. Braden Carter, man, it is a two-car race right now, but he's not having any luck with that 28 and Hodge. This Chase Copeland, they've kind of single-filed out here. Jared Murphy, he's moved up into 6th, but then has been kind of stuck there. We saw him in that battle for 5th earlier. He wasn't able to get it done, and now he's kind of searching for that top shelf, looking for grip upstairs. As more people kind of rotate to the bottom here as we roll around. Big shot there. The 65 gets into the side of the 17. Well, what we saw is the 17, but we know that's Cody Racine. I believe it's maybe the 31 of Robert Tucker. As they're beating and banging. We roll through 3 and 4. Scrappy Doo trying to get some of that bone here. We've got 7 laps to go. Gotta keep our eyes on this battle for the lead. Not a lot of time here. Scrappy's gonna need to make his move. One caution flag could mess everything up. He's gotta go while he's close. But meanwhile, man, the only guy in here with a C license, Ryan Hodge, leading the way, taking these boys to school. 5 laps to go here in Wheatland, Missouri. Scrappy Doo thinking about a slide job, can't do it. Hodge able to find the grip. Scrappy, big send, slide job. New leader at the line with 4 to go. Scrappy Doo takes the lead as Ryan Hodge swings the bag of hammers back downstairs on the bottom. Can't find a way up in front of the kid. And with 3 to go this time by, Scrappy Doo leads the way. Here comes Hayden Tolleson, but he might run out of time. Only 2 laps to play this time by as they come out of 4. 2 sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. Ryan Hodge trying to mount up one last charge here. Building up steam on the outside through 1 and 2. Right back up there through 3 and 4. We're going to see that white flag wave. 1 lap to go here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Braden Carter started 4th. Sure as hell didn't want to finish there. Got to the lead as early as he could. Fell back to second and got it back with 4 to go. And he takes the checkered flag for week number 1 at the Lucas Oil Speedway, followed by Ryan Hodge. Hayden Tollison rounds out the podium. Bicky comes home 4th, and Chase Copeland, your top 5 is Jared Murphy. What an honorable run there, up to 6th. 14 spots, man. What a hard Charger run. That is a good showing for Jared Murphy, who just missed out on the top 5. And ooh, now my voice is going to crack after yelling at that last one, and my throat's going to say, why did you do that to me? You know we got another race here tonight. I'll just tell myself, well, that race tonight, that's NASCAR. That ain't dirt racing. You know, I mean, this is racing. The other stuff, that's NASCAR. That ain't racing. It's a little different. It's who's got the most money that week at the track. It's you got to manipulate these things around. Don't get me wrong, horsepower, everybody knows that. It's going to help you, but you got to be able to control that horsepower a little bit. We're going to see if we can't. I'll tell you, after the little bit of a hiccup there qualifying, I think you went out too early, man. You really put yourself in a big hole, but able to climb it back up. And at a racetrack that's probably going to prove to be one of the toughest to pass that here all season, man, you drive up to 3rd. I mean, how are we feeling after that run?
Yeah, no, in qualifying there, well, in practice, I should say, it showed me I was the last one out in Group 1, but when qualifying came around, it said I was the first one out in Group 2, and it was all my fault there, and I told them I'd take an EO in the heat race just 'cause, I made a mistake, and it was all my fault, and, in heat race there, we went from like 8th or 9th up to 5th, and went 5th to first in the B, and then right there we went 10th to 3rd, and didn't really know where to be early on in the race, and once Braden kind of pulled away from me in second there, right in the middle, I moved down to the middle and caught right back up to him there at the end. Just found it a little too late. All in all, 3rd place is pretty good for getting
No,
myself in the middle.
and you took the words right out of my mouth there, man. I mean, if they won't say it, I'll say it for you if you won't too. You were the quickest car on the racetrack those last couple laps, and it's got me wondering, maybe those first couple runs were we maybe in conservation mode trying to save that rear tire and maybe, saved a little bit too much there for the end when you could have went early?
Yeah, them first 5 laps when we were on a caution, it didn't really help me get more laps to pass cars because it was already like 5 laps in already because it was counting. But yeah, I was just trying to not really hurt my stuff too much, but also not really save too much where I would kind of fall back. But yeah, them last 15 laps, feel like we were one of the best cars on track, if not the best. Just a little too late.
No, yeah, man, and I mean, you know the deal. We're points racing here, bud. So coming home after a sketchy qualifying effort, having to take that EOL, and man, to drive this thing up to 3rd in week 1, I think you put the boys on high alert here, Hayden. You're going to be a name to watch as we roll throughout the season. Hell of a run on the P3, man. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, no, this was a good test for me because we have a league on Tuesday that I'm second in points in. So I just wanted to hop in here tonight and get some testing in, and I think we found something that's really good for next Tuesday. And no, all my sponsors, UFC Speed Shop, Midwestern Sport, CFME Sports, Double Run Sim Chassis, High Performance C, VLR, Toss on Repair, Toss Motorsports. I got CFME Sports, and we might see you next Sunday. We might.
Well, hey, man, I hope so. I hope we see you out here. You're going to be, like I say, man, you're going to be a dog to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun this season. So we'll be rooting for you up here, Hayden. Great job tonight, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Yep, thank you.
Hayden Tollison bringing home P3. Now we're going to bring up the man who, oh, so close, Mr. Ryan Hodge, man, but a couple laps short. The kid was able to work around you. But at the end of the day, first race of the season, P2, man. You got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, just haven't had time to run really all this season for this series at least. It's been close with like getting off work late and all that. So just was off and decided to, I guess, show up. I found out last minute it was going up, so I just threw something together right there, and I mean, it worked really good. I just wish the top would have stayed in a little bit longer. I think I would have had something, but top kind of faded. I mean, it was starting to fade around lap like 40 or something, and I mean, in 3 and 4 it was just so hard to keep it on the track. But I tried my best to get it up there, and just fell, I think, 4 laps short.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of doing your best to keep it on the track there, we saw when you made the pass there on Braden the first time, overdrive it a little bit into 3 and 4. You go over top of that cushion. Were you worried you were going to lose the lead there? Because I thought you were going to swap it right back, man. But somehow you hooked that thing up, you drove it off, and you held on for it a little longer.
Well, yeah, when you enter in like that, your right front kind of grabs that dirt build up there on the wall on entry of 3, and it sends you tight for sure. But I jabbed the brake, I caught onto it at the right time. I just stabbed the brake a little bit, and it set me straight. I mean, I thought he would have got me, but I guess I just executed the tightness pretty well there, and it kind of saved me.
Yeah, man, I definitely, if he doesn't get you with a couple to go, that's definitely the move of the race. That was a good catch. A lot of guys I was watching do that same thing, and I mean, they were eating the wall. So not many people could catch that thing the way you did. And man, you had a lot of speed tonight. Just came home a couple laps short, but at the end of the day, man, for points racing, P2s add up. Hell of a run, Ryan. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just got to thank Ryan Hodge Incorporated, PRS, Competition Transmission and Gear, Dylan Baldwin at Slick Race Graphics, K1 Race Gear, Jason Dudley. He's been there through it all, man. He's been back at the shop getting this thing ready. Me and Brandon, we've been testing and tuning for multiple of these races, including money races and all that. We've been side to side these past couple months. Got to give a shout out to him. Branson, Casey, just everyone back there, man. Jet Barnes, and that's about it.
Well, hey, hell of a Ryan, and man, hopefully, you make a habit of this thing on Sunday. Hopefully, you have off work. We get to see you some more because you were damn fast tonight. Look forward to it the rest of the season.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Ryan Hodge bringing home P2 here, and now we're gonna bring up a familiar voice to me, Braden Carter. I'll tell you, man, hell of a run, dude. I thought you were kind of done for there, but you were able to reel him back in. You saved a little bit of right rear tire, and you got it done, man. How you feeling?
Man, that was a good one, man. We had a good race there, me and Ryan. Good to run like that with a good buddy of mine. Yeah, it was just a matter if that line came in or not, because I saw that top kind of fade. 3 and 4 was getting really small line for maneuvering. So I started sending it different line. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 ran that slider, and it executed there.
No, yeah, and I wanted to go to that in 1 and 2 because you did nothing wrong. You watch the replay, you're throwing in sliders just enough to make him feel a little uncomfortable, and finally, man, you did just that. He jumps the cushion a little bit on the exit of 2. How important was it, that you just fill up that mirror, man, and just keep him on his toes? Because at the end of the day, if you're not as aggressive as you are, he probably doesn't make that mistake, man, and he brings home the checkered flag.
Yeah, especially when I'm money racing like this, man, I gotta take what I can get. Throwing a slider, kind of slowing up a bit, gives you a little more momentum. The dude behind you will check up if he knows what he's doing, and I know Ryan does. It's just, I take everything I can get when I money race. I don't try to be too stupid, but I gotta be aggressive at the same time. Everything counts in these, and I saw an opening, and I took it as soon as I could, and it paid off.
Yes, it did, man. Week number 1 here, you're bringing home the win at the Lucas Oil Speedway. That's a hell of a run, Scrappy, and I look forward to a lot more of these, man. You know the drill by now with me. Who you want to thank before you get out of here?
Yeah, big shout out to my team, CSC Motorsports. My dad, Michael Carter, Kale Smith, Kyle Hardy, Chase Hardy, Travis Anderson, Jonathan Higdon. Randy Carter Painting, my granddad, Twisted Designs, always some fire wraps, man. Big shout out to Branson. B-Card Dig Lab, Midwest Forklifts LLC, Lynn Smith, KK's Diecast, Ryan Hodge, Inc., like he just said, been testing and tuning the past few months. Really got to know him more. Just good buddy of mine. Happy we could go 1-2. And yeah, Shaggy, you for the broadcast, man. once I heard you were broadcasting, I was like, I gotta run this. There's no way I got to. Carter Cochran, SRA, for the races and putting up the money, and yeah.
Well, hey, man, hell of a run. I got a feeling this ain't going to be the last Sunday I'm talking to you. Good luck the rest of the way, Scrappy. Give him hell.
Appreciate you, man.
Braden Carter bringing home the win here, week 1 at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And, man, he did it in a less than scrappy fashion. Normally when this kid gets out front, he's gone. But he breathed a little hope there into Ryan, let him have it back, and then decided to just deflate the balloon with 4 laps to go. Take the lead and never look back. Braden Carter wins at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And that's going to wrap us up here for the SRA Super Late Models here. We'll be back live next Sunday, say 4:45 Eastern, somewhere in there. And we'll try to figure out the warm-up invert thing a little earlier and make sure you get time to listen to all your favorite drivers. But make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Zach Chapman with ShaggyTV saying so long and have a good rest of your day.